Good morning, everybody. Wanted to wait a second there so my voice doesn't get chopped off. Let's check to make sure we're live here. Let's check. And we are. Hey, Scott. Good morning. Hey, Pure Luck, Retro Monster. Good Friday, yeah. So, hey, Phobos. So I had an amazing time with Kirsten earlier this week in Colorado, doing a bunch of training and stuff. And honestly, I kind of wish I was still there because it was so much fun. But we're back, and we're going to have another good live stream this morning, just on Friday instead of Monday and Wednesday. Good deal, Pure Luck. Hey, Pac-Man. Hey, Chris. Happy Friday. Hey, Neil. Battery's 90% then. What do you mean by that, Phobos? I'm missing something there. Blood of the King. Hello. Hey, Wade. I am very well. Well, sort of a surprise, but I had said I was gonna stream today since I was gone in Colorado, uh, seeing Kirsten for the beginning of the week through Monday and Wednesday. Your R&R Nurly all you need. I didn't. Phobos, I'm not following that, man. Double O. What is going on? I assume everything is working well for you guys, streaming wise. And my mic is up loud enough? It looks like it. All right. So today, I don't know. I think I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do today, guys, because obviously this is the first day of actual development since the 7.10 release. So speaking of that, how's that been treating you guys? I haven't seen a whole lot of problems, so I think we're in good shape here. Yeah, boy. Brian Gears, how Xbox emulator? Honestly, I don't know, man. Hit us up on the forums and somebody can help you with that. Believe it or not, I've never done Xbox emulation. All I do is develop. No, I have my own collection, but I just never done Xbox. Hey, Vissy. Plugins are awesome. Yes, they are. The only one I've gotten so far was the Big Box Startup Video Selector. Pretty handy, I think, to change things up every once in a while, though that Retro Wave one will always be my favorite. Sure. Man, that's awesome. Thank you, Pure Luck. I really appreciate that. That's really good to hear. Really, really good to hear. And I think we really have the community to thank for that, because obviously I'm really, really glad we built in the plugin support, but the community is just going to town on those plugins. Speaking of, we have at least 2 more plugins that I'm super excited about that I want to check out this morning. So Nosh, actually I have not, and I'm sorry about that, but I actually have that loaded up here, I believe. So yesterday I was on the forums again, but I didn't get through everything. So yeah, we will get through this stuff, and I think now, especially now that we're getting into the next version, it's probably time to focus on the themes again. So we might actually do that quite a bit today. Stream is buffering a bit. I don't have any dropped frames, so I don't think that's me. Although it could be restream. So, I'm not sure. Is it the marquee server? I haven't seen that, Chris, but it might be. It might be. By the way, Chris, sorry I haven't gotten back to you, man. I've just been all over the place here. You sent me the theme? Oh, dude. That's awesome. Well, then that's what we're going to check out here right now, man. That's incredible. Please introduce bezels for the game's default. Yeah, well, that's one of those features that is just like a nightmare. So I don't think that's going to happen soon. Eventually. Oh, so the marquee server is up and running. That's great. That's really awesome. That's really great to hear. Now it's buffering. I did just get some drop frames. What the heck? Okay. So something isn't working quite right here. I don't know though. I don't have anything running. It could be somewhere else on my network. Oh, you know what it was? I just downloaded this huge file. That has to be it. I don't know what else it could be. Nosh on this. I don't know that I want to know what that means. See, so I'm dropping that in my themes. Let's give this a shot. What just happened? That was weird. DLC didn't show up. All right. Oh. Oh yeah. I love it, man. Already. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. I love the fades that you got going on there on the wheels now. That wasn't there before, was it? Holy crap. I'm gonna have to put out a new demo video, man. For real. I know I haven't even seen hardly anything yet. Oh. I really love the disappearing wheel, and then yeah, it just looks awesome. All right, let's go into some games. Change this view here. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh yeah, man. Ha ha ha. Change the... There we go, we got some boxes. Oh, dude. Wow. Man, I love that fade effect, too. Holy cow.
By.
I think I'm just gonna play with this all stream, guys. The only issue I've seen is just to do with the fact that I have the 16 by 10 monitor instead of the 16 by 9. But even, and on my arcade cabinet, of course, I don't. But even still, it still looks amazing, even with the extra tall monitor here. Ah. Yeah, Nosh. Dude, this is incredible. Wow. Let's take a look at some of these views. I probably need background videos on for that view, I'm guessing. Okay, and then that's using a different type of image that I don't have. Same there. Same there. Ah, man. Nosh, I think we might have the next theme that we should include by default, dude. Potentially here. I'm really, really loving this theme. Wow. Seriously. Let me see. Oh, I didn't get the fonts installed? Dude, okay. I haven't even had the full experience yet. All right, so fonts. Install. By the way, guys, my kids are, of course, home now all summer because school is out. So if you hear screaming and yelling and crying and whining and everything else, you know exactly what's going on. Install the fonts. So the fonts are installed. So how does that change things here? Ah, yeah, that does look better. Nice. Oh, and we have, dang, that looks awesome. Is this the view? Or was that font related? It couldn't have been font related. It has to be the view. Man, that just looks so good. I love it. Nice. Yeah. Beautiful. And so that doesn't have the lines. Or it does. No, okay, it doesn't. But the next view does, maybe. No? Okay, now I'm like weirded out. How did I get like scan lines there before and not now? Maybe I should just catch up on some comments here, huh? Instead of playing around all stream. Alright. Nosh, man, thank you. I am very, very, very much impressed. Okay. Sweet, Chris. I'll check that out. Hey, Paul from Brazil. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name properly, but I'm just going to call you Paul. So forgive me for that. No kidding, Scott. That's a beautiful theme. Install the fonts. So the fonts are installed. I think I need this theme. No kidding. This is Nosh on this. I'm not sure what that means. Hey, Cena fan. Custom banner images. Ah. Maybe we should look at that. That will be my wife, yeah. Doing all the whining and screaming. Yeah, that's... Yep, that's her. Readme.txt and the theme. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you, Cena fan. Agreed, Jamie. Does it like pre-cache the videos to do that fading effect? I don't think so. Reload images. Is that... You shouldn't have to reload images for that, though. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Alright. Let me see here. So if we go into... See, that's one thing that I'm confused about. Sometimes we got the scan line showing up, which I think are beautiful, by the way, and sometimes we don't. So we got some kind of glitch there, but that might be me, for all I know. I'm not sure. Or some weird thing with XAML. But I'm going to go into Options and Image Cache and refresh Platform Wheel Images. I assume that's what you're referring to. I don't want to refresh all my images, or, you know, I'll be here all day waiting for them to redo. So if we try... We still have that. I do want to see what that looks like, though. So let's take a look at the files in this theme. Platform banner images. If we go into images, platform, categories, banner. Wow, dude. Yeah, I want that. I want that. What's going on here? Yeah. I didn't expect there to be anything there. Platforms, banner. Very nice. So basically these are what are supposed to be showing up in the alternate view. Which, they look amazing. Wow. Huh. Sweet. And then he's up. What? What the heck? The scanline tile. Nice. So that was an excellent way to start the stream, wasn't it? Thank you, Nosh. I'm super excited about that theme. I think we'll have to do a demo video with that for real. And I'll talk to you about possibly including it with big box for the next version because that's pretty incredible. So how do we get those images working though? Do I really need to refresh all my images? That's the thing. Platform banner images, maybe. Is there an option for that? I can't remember. Okay, so unlock. Go into options. Image cache. Platform wheel images we've already done. I don't want to refresh game wheel images because it'll do everything. Coverflow images is probably what I have to do, but it's gonna like destroy everything and have to redo everything, which sucks. So I don't really want to do that right now. Whatever, I can just do it later. Wow, you did manage to theme the pop-up stuff. That's cool. You must have used the styles for that, maybe? Nobody's done that yet. Because one issue we have, yeah, so like this pop-up here is not really stylable right now, and I need to do something about that. But that's okay. It's not that big a deal. So then if I... No, I'm still getting that. Huh. I don't know. I guess we'll have to look at that. Are there any plans to be able to play the games on NVIDIA Shield TV box? So basically, stream them is what you're saying. Yeah, I would actually love to do that. And it wouldn't be that difficult to do. But there are already solutions that will allow for that. Like the Steam Link, I think. Steam Link. I'm not sure. But I know somebody's done that before. And it's worked. Hey, Zed. Hey, Nigel. Go into a platform. Into a platform category. Go into consoles. What now, Nash? Then switch the view. Okay. Okay, so we go into consoles. Ah, there we go. So that works. And that looks amazing. Holy crap. Dude. Oh man, I love that. Wow. Okay, but so these weren't replaced. So that because those are my default banner images. Oh man. So is the issue that we need platform categories support in the theme? I think that's the problem. That has to be it. I think that might be a coding problem on my end. Wow. Oh. Dude, that looks so incredible. There's something about the solid images all the way across the bottom I love. Dang. I want to see this in like a track mode. Sorry guys, I'm not going to do any actual development today. I'm just going to play with this theme all day. And you know, one thing I really love about this theme is even the ugly text view is beautiful. You know? I mean, it's like even the basic navigation text stuff is gorgeous, which is incredible to me. Amazing. Wow. Trying to decide what my favorite view is. It might actually be this, just because it's so easy to navigate, you know? Amazing. Got to figure out. I've got to fix that though, and I think I know how to fix that. And you know what? I'm thinking maybe we should do that on this stream. We just have to get the themes to support custom platform category images, because they don't right now, and that has to be the issue. That has to be the issue. So we'll go ahead and do that. Bezel around the selection list, kind of like a one-armed bandit type look. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Phobos. Seriously, incredible job. So honestly, I think the first thing I'm going to do here, I've got a lot more people to respond to on the forums, but I think we should get that working. Artwork around the selections. Sure, that's possible, I think. Okay, let's so to get the theme support going for the platform categories, what we would do, I better change this to debug so I don't mistakenly put out a release. Let's go to Where do I do this? This is basically, it's going to be in LaunchBox data, and their platform, so platform category. If I take a look at platform, what about theme? That's not what I'm looking for. Get theme videos folder path. That's not what I need. Platform video path. Allow theme path. Okay. So this guy, basically we need get custom theme video path. Am I overriding this? I probably am. So first off, let's start there. Get platform video path under platform category. Get platform video path. We're not overriding this. But we have allow theme path in here. Get custom theme video path. Oh, do I override that? Get custom theme video path. Nope. Custom theme video path. We're returning null. So this is the issue right here. I just need to make this actually work, and I think, and then we should also, well, we need to do that for, actually, I'm not working with videos. I'm working with images. So we need to make these work. And then in theory, that might actually solve this problem. So get custom theme image path. All I need to do is change this to like platform categories, and that's gonna make it work, I think. I hope. Yeah, Nosh, but please don't wait any longer. Put that thing out, because like you can always improve it, put out new versions, and it is definitely ready for a release, man. Especially after I get this issue fixed with the platform categories. And I know there's other stuff to talk about, so we'll go through and especially since it's like one of my all-time favorite themes, we'll go through and make sure that we get everything up to par. All right, so we're in themes, the name of the theme, images, and then this needs to be platform categories. And I think I can just copy this whole thing. And we should do the same thing with videos. And we're going to change this to an override. Zoom in a little bit here so you guys can read it better. Override. And just change this to platform categories. And in theory, I think that's all we need. And then I might as well do the same thing with videos right now. No, where am I at? This guy. There it is. Change this to an override. And we're going to change this again to platform categories. And in theory, that's all we need. I'm going to, since this is the first real development I've done since 5.10 came out, I'm going to go to version info, and we're going to change this to 7.11 beta 1. Okay. And I'm going to go into my change log quickly here, so I don't forget. Version 7.11, released, no idea. Improvement, custom themes, custom big box themes, custom themes in big box now support custom images and videos for platform categories. Bingo. Let me build. Thank you, Seraph. I never learned how to say your name. Sarah PH, Seraph. I don't know. I'm not sure. But thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna say Seraph. And I'm gonna guess that you're a guy, because 99% of the people on this stream is a guy are guys. Of course. All right. Seraph. There we go. All right, so we got to build. I did just build. Let's give it a shot. And if we're lucky, we'll have images. Thank you, Nosh. Thank you, man. All right. So we're going to go into... Okay. So that, maybe I need to, I don't know, maybe I need to refresh again. Oh, image cache, refresh. I'm going to refresh those. And I'm going to refresh Coverflow images. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Beautiful. That's awesome. Now what's going on here though? Oh, because I see. We don't have images for those. Gotcha. But of course we'll get images in there for those. Somebody will. Oh. Dang, that's beautiful. Yup, I'm a dude. I'm excited. A little bit too excited. Barbie. Alright. Well, enough screwing around with that. Gotcha, Nosh. Man. 63. That is a lot of work, guys. Can we seriously just, you know, give Nosh about 5 minutes of praise here for a little while for the work on that theme? Because seriously, it is incredible, and I'm so, so happy to have it. Amazing. All right. So I'll get back to him here and probably respond to Nosh after the stream. Image search plugin. Gotcha, Dave. I'm not sure if Dave's on the stream. Oftentimes he is. David, are you here? But yeah, I gotcha. That makes sense. Big hand clap. For real. Okay, Euler Titan fan. So he's asking, he made a nice little image here for us. Basically, to do a pop-up is for all the various versions, all the additional applications, instead of just doing them all together. Which is a great idea. It really is. That's amazing, Nosh. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, huge hats off to the entire community working on this stuff. You had that idea last night? Sure. Hey, Dave. I was just talking about you. Talking about your message. But I'm not sure if you were here earlier, but yeah, I gotcha. I will definitely let you know if we focus on it. Responded to Andre. This is the other thing I wanted to check out. One of the other things I wanted to check out. Eat Canola. I'm not sure if Eat Canola is here, but he built a PDF viewer, which is incredible because that's like on our list. One of the things we need to tackle from the poll. So that's pretty awesome. So I should probably respond to him here, and then I wanted to check. I'm not sure if the plugin is ready or not. I think it is. So that's something I want to check out as well. Almost done, he says. With the PDF viewer, they can be integrated into Big Box as a plugin, and it can be integrated as an item in the game menu. Is there a way currently to remove items from the game menu? Not currently, but we can add something for that. It should be controllable with a joystick mapped to the top, up, down, left, right, etc. keys. The controls would work as follows. So cool. Hopefully I can send it to you for evaluation later this week. In the meantime, I have a few questions. Okay, so it's not quite ready. I gamed up manual path always seems to return an empty string. Let's see. Fixed triangle on left and right of banners with a fixed nice surround bar or other artwork. Ah, I see what you're saying. I think, well, yeah, that should be possible with XAML for sure. I don't know, though. I don't know. Honestly, because of the way the Coverflow stuff works, I'm not sure if that would be doable or not, because I think it's just showing images only. So I'm not sure. Everything's possible. It just might require some development. Hopefully that plugin to remove games activates when LaunchBox is unlocked. Yeah, it should. I provided all the hooks for that, so hopefully it does. Eat Canola, are you here by chance? I don't think he is. You guys hear my kids in the background? So iGame.manual path always seems to return an empty string, so I'm figuring out the path myself. So that might be a glitch. The viewer can use either PDF Clown or GhostScript. There is a paucity, that's a new word I've never read before, of free PDF libraries out there, and these are the best options I could find. PDF Clown is significantly faster, though it only works for about 85% of the manuals. GhostScript is 100% reliable. Looked really hard at the AGPL license. I don't think it'd be a problem at all to use GhostScript in a plugin. Just wanted to run that by you. Both these PDF libraries are wrapped up in my control library. Okay. I probably default the viewer to use PDF Clown and automatically fall back to GhostScript in case PDF Clown fails. That's perfect. It's been fun working with the plugin library. Awesome. Dude, that is incredible. Thank you so much for your work on this stuff. I can't wait to try it out. I assume it hasn't been released yet. Sorry for the delay. I'm on the live stream. In the live stream right now. I'll see if I can figure out what might be going on with the iGame.manual path issue. Alright, so we have an issue with iGame.manual path that I need to take a look at. Alright, so we need to see if there's something going on with that iGame.manual path. I could build a quick and dirty plugin to test it. But if I take a look at, I have an idea actually of what the problem is. Maybe. So iGame manual path is just a property. Yeah, I know exactly what the problem is. There's a get manual path method. This is what actually needs to be called instead. And that's really actually poorly documented. I haven't documented anything in this class yet, so there's no good way for him to know that. But just need to call the get manual path method instead. Figured out what's going on with the manual path thing, it's poorly documented right now, but you'll just need to call igame.getManualPath instead. The reason is that the manual path is stored as empty in the XMLs if it's the default path. If it's the default path, so it's only stored in that property if it was manually changed. Get manual path should return whatever the proper value is, though. Okay. Sweet. So Matic, I'm not sure if Martin is here on the stream, but I have a feeling this is going to be tricky to dive into. But he's been working on trying to figure out like the video placement stuff, and it's a friggin' nightmare. It really is. So, hi Jason, I've been tracking down the problem to make it easier for you to sort out the alignment problem, and I've sorted out where the problem lies. As you know, when video is aligned properly, 16 by 9 video has black bars both top and bottom, 4 by 3 video has black bars both left and right, and 3:4 video has black bars left and right in all media players. See screenshot of perfectly aligning videos centrally in both horizontal and vertical planes. Sure, yeah, I get that. Now the good news, video alignment is perfect in both platforms and game views with the VLC player. As you will see from the small theme I call video alignment, the two views to concentrate on are platform view 2 and wheel 1 games view. I've created the perfect container. As I was right, the 1:6 ratio is bang on. Oh, sure. When we use Windows Media Player, the alignment is perfect for the games view, but the alignment problem is with Windows Media Player aligning top and left for the platform views. Huh. So the only part of alignment you need to fix is the transitions for Windows Media Player Engine. Yeah, the problem is with this, we need options as far as the alignment. Like, it's really not that hard to always center the videos, but we needed, or ideally we wanted options so that you could left align, you could center, you could do whatever. And that's what I was having the biggest trouble with, because we have themes that need left align videos, and we have themes that need centered videos. It's just, it's kind of a nightmare. But I'll come back to that. I think that's basically it here. There was... I'll check out his message here. Kirsten, you text too much. Get back to work. Thank you. Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you very much. You're a stinker. Hopefully that plugin to remove games activates when LaunchBox. Yeah, okay. Use levels like Photoshop if easy to implement. Oh, sure. You mean like layers. Thank you, Michael. Did we ever get the PDF viewer controllable with the joypad yet? It sounds like eCanola is working on that. Right now via a plugin, actually. Dave, once the next beta hits, I will see what I can do on my end to enhance the image search plugin. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Buffering is killing you right now. Yeah, I'm not getting any dropped frames currently, so I'm not quite sure. What an odd time for a dev stream. Hey, Neil. Neil K. Hey, Andre. What's the current target? Well, basically, we're just going through plugins for the moment. But I want to focus on themes, getting theme features in there. I'm not sure if Critical Sid is on here, but you know he's had a million requests for me. But I want to check out this first. So legit MobyGames scraper. This is interesting, right? So Slip System contacted me, like I don't know while I was gone, and he was all like, "Hey, what if I built a legit MobyGames scraper that actually used their API properly and didn't piss them off?" And I said, "Absolutely, please go ahead and do it." And but I'm not quite sure how this works. How do we get an API key is the question. If you abide by MobyGames rules, yeah. But this is literally a MobyGames scraper. If you can get a key, I just don't know how difficult that is to do. Oh, calling the API too early. Oh, so Andre, are you Slip System? I'm sorry if I keep, you know, it's hard for me to. Personal use shouldn't be too hard to get one. Okay. It was fine, but they changed it. We're into a minor issue with Simon of MobyGames. What do you mean by that, Dave? Gotcha. Yeah, thank you, Andre. I do actually like that. I just need to like remember that you are Slip System under another front end, and you followed his rules. Sure, that's the thing. I don't know, but hey, I'm not gonna like get in the way, especially if you're like using a legit API key and everything. Whatever. My name is synonymous with me. Ecanola just replied. Let's check that out. Cool. He'll try it out. when he's home later, and we'll get that plugin going soon. Ender Perfect. I should probably just wait to respond to this after the stream. Ignore everything here. Cool, man. All right. So I don't have an API key right now. So I'm not sure I could even test this, but it sounds like we have some issues with it anyways currently, but that is pretty exciting. One thing I am interested in, Neil K. One thing I'm interested in is trying to make a custom game selector, but I've not looked into it yet, so I have nothing to ask for in that respect. A custom game selector. What do you mean by that, Neil? Neilk. Dave, yes, API key was hitting his server too frequently. Perhaps he now has changed his server and can handle it. I see. Hey, Monty. I was too excited and released the plugin too early. Sorry, guys. No worries. Like the wheel. Oh, okay. Really? Ooh, now that is exciting, Neil. Or the Coverflow. Ah, so what do you have in mind, like visually for it? What's going to be different? How about a 3D spinny boxy thing? Okay. So what are we gonna do here, guys? We've been through a bunch of stuff. We still got 2 hours on this stream. So development wise, themes wise, maybe I should go through Nash's stuff and see what else he needs since he's here on the stream. If we go, I know a lot of the stuff he's solved. We did just solve the image thing. So he wants more metadata to be bound. Last played, total games. That's a good idea. A simple scrolling grid, too tall. Okay. Sure. Absolutely. Keep in mind that one of the things that is on the latest poll, why don't we pull up that poll here for a moment? So we got LaunchBox Games database. Vlansix is still kicking butt on the LaunchBox Games database, which is super exciting. Duplicate image prevention we just did. That's out in the 7.10 release. Big box plugin support obviously is out in the 7.10 release. Background updates is done and out in the 7.10 release. So really, I mean, this is an ongoing thing, but the top 4 things are done, which is awesome. Then we have retro achievements, which really probably should be one of the main new feature focuses for this release, which is exciting. I really want to dive into that. Awesome, Nash. If you suggest something, it would take 2 hours to type it. I'm sorry, Phobos. We're trying here. We're trying. Glad Unicode is finally fixing the DB. Yeah, me too. Do you think you want to add a plugin manager to the release? Not a bad idea, actually. That would be smart. It really would. And I meant to. Kind of wanted to add that to the 7.10 release, but I just didn't get it in. So. Oh, you're working on a plugin manager. Awesome, Scott. I remember you were. Yeah, that's great. Hey, Dan. I'm gonna call you Dan Abnormal. There it is. I figured it out. Oh, nice. Theme manager too. Absolutely. That's another big one. So retro achievements, the big box wall view is right under there underneath that. So I honestly I haven't decided yet what to tackle for this release, guys, other than more plugin features and more theme features. But the big things to tackle, the next two things on the list are retro achievements and the big box wall view. So FYI, that's probably what we'll focus on here. And then different themes for each platform is also coming up, and then RetroArch net play, and then we have the PDF reader, and then community star ratings and big box startup video tweaks. So we'll probably go in that order, something like that, and that's where we're going to cut it off. I probably won't tackle these before putting out another poll because they didn't get enough votes. So that's where we're at. You bought LaunchBox for Big Box in November 2015. I'm assuming if you upgrade, you'll notice a slight improvement in performance fanciness. Absolutely. Yeah, you'll notice some major improvements, especially if you haven't used it since November 2015. That's like a long time ago. I promise you'll have a bunch of improvements. Performance-wise, fancy-wise, everything. Yeah. Billy, is it feasible to have a guide manual open on an Android device when you start a ROM? That's not a bad idea. It's possible. Somebody could build a plugin to do exactly that, and just sync to an Android device. Yeah, that's more than feasible. By the way, I never see you use Microsoft Visual Studio's object browser. You know that exists, right? Yeah, of course I do. I know that exists, but I never see the point. I don't know. Like, okay, I get it. Yeah, I can always learn to use things better, but I just use the file browser when I'm looking for a class. I know where everything is, so I don't A huge improvement. Yeah, since November 2015. I mean, that's like a year and a half ago. Yeah, for some reason the project view just works better in my head. Exactly. That's me too. Other front ends can't even dream of. Dig around in LaunchBox DLLs, sure. Rating would work great as a layer over box artwork in LaunchBox as well. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. Why aren't I doing my streams in VR? Yeah, I still need to have a VR session with Chris, which will be fun. Streaming in VR. Have a big, thing over my face. Take it easy, Scott. Awesome, Chris. Vibe for the win. Oh. No, I'm kidding. All right. So, basically, we wanted to go back to Notch's stuff. I just kind of wanted to run through the poll items again here quickly, just for myself and for you guys. But Notch's theme requests. So, we need to add more metadata items for binding different fields, because there are a number of things that are missing. And if I pull up the documentation, we can see what's there and what isn't. So if we go into LaunchBox themes and then we go into documentation, I'm going to pull this up over to the left and we'll take a look at what we need to add. If we go because this stuff is all, it's actually in data where this stuff exists, I think. Because you would bind to selected game dot whatever, and this is what you get. Team Vive. Selected game dot banner image path. Okay, I can add that. Absolutely. I think let me scroll down here and go into data binding properties for root games views. Selected game versus active game. Sure. So basically we need to go through all the different properties on this object. And so you're looking for banner image path, which apparently doesn't exist, really. We got clear logo image path, cart back, cart front, cart 3D, background image path, box 3D, back image path, marquee image path, front image path, screen card image path. You're right, we don't have banner image path. So public string banner image path. It's really this easy. This dot get. I don't know if we have a get actual random banner image. The reason why we don't have that is because we don't have an image group for banners. But what we can do what do we have here like? So banner image path. But isn't that going to be empty? All right, hold on. I think we have to do image type. This dot get image file paths for a particular image type. Hey, Camel. I need to go tell my kids to be quiet down there. Thank you, Jay. I really appreciate that, man. We've been here all day, Camel, since 9:30. All right, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try and tell my family to be quiet. Give me a second. Hey, you guys, you gotta be quieter. No, because, honey, I can't eat while I'm screaming. Okay? I'm sorry. Yep, thank you. Okay. Okay, everyone, hide. Kids are excited. Yeah. I believe my daughter just sang, "Wake me up to your butt." That's what she does. Everything is about butts with my 5-year-old daughter. Family noise adds to the realness. There you go. Rename the namespace. 4-year-old does the same thing. Yep. And it was, of course, all instigated by her brother and her sister. Okay, so we just need this to get image file paths and then feed in the banner and then like just take the first one or no, we need like random. Get random image file path. This is what we need right here. Get random image file path. We feed in the image type and then we're good to go. So this dot get random image file path image types dot banner. So that's easy enough. That's done. I should probably add that to the interface, but I probably won't. Okay. Feasible for a Steam Link app that bypasses Steam and launches Big Box directly. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure because I still don't have a Steam Link and I haven't played with that stuff. And I know a lot of people have done a lot of stuff with that and it works fairly well if you get it configured right, but I haven't played with it. So I'm clueless on that stuff. Camel, I have no idea what a Kamehameha wave is. Hey, media. Wow, my kids have not quieted down, have they? No one listens to me. Steam Link a game to it, to the GPD win. I do have a GPD win. Yep. I should try that. But the thing is, like, when I play with my GPD win, I play retro games on it. That's what I do. So like, and it works. But yeah, I should try that. I still don't know what the heck that is, Camel. The Kamehameha wave. I just think you just like that word because it sounds like camel. That's what I think. Would I recommend the GPD win? I'm so tempted for the price, but it just seems a little high. I would recommend the GPD win. It is an excellent solution. And I already did a video on it, so go watch the video. Just search for LaunchBox GPD win and it'll come up for you. No, dude, my wife loves Dragon Ball, and I hate it. I can't stand it. I'm not a big anime guy, so forgive me, but like, and I know that's not like real anime. I get that, but I've never liked that stuff. Hey, Neil. All right. So other properties to add here. I know Nosh specifically the specifically asked for last played and total games. So let's add that. Last played is a date. Why? I mean, that's easy. That should already be here for the most part. Last played date is right there. You can bind to that already. Although it might not be in the documentation. It is. Okay, so that is there already, Nosh. And then total games probably isn't. Dragon Ball isn't real anime. Sure, the anime for non-anime fans. That's a better way to put it. That's kind of what I meant. Dan Abnormal, no, everything should transfer perfectly fine over, although that is a really old installation. But I have never broken the upgrade process, as far as I know. So hopefully everything will work fine for you. But if you have issues, just let me know and we can refund you. No worries. Total games is probably missing, though, because that is a calculated thing. That's not something that is automatically just there. So we'll add that for sure. Shinra. Dragon Ball is whack. Monsters should be up to your standards. Randomize vids like the pics, mang. Randomize vids. Oh, sure, like the pics. Yeah. Is that on the poll? That might not be on the poll, actually. November 2015. All right, so total games. We got to figure out how to add total games. And the total game calculation for... Oh, but this is for a platform, isn't it? I assume that's what you're getting at. If we go... Oh, that's my PDF reader. I get it. Last played... Oh, so last played for platforms, perhaps. If all metadata was exposed for binding, last played in total games. Let's make sure like a platform has that stuff. And that's going to be in here. Total games. Total games. I don't think we even have anything like that. Can I just say, the name is now 1.86. Is it possible to mute specific platform system videos and have Big Box play an MP3 files alongside it instead? Yes. Specific ones, no. But you can mute videos and play the music instead. That's fairly easy to do. Sure. So you can, but yeah, that's tricky. You're not gonna be able to do that exactly how you want right now. Why are you here? I don't know. I don't have any idea why you're watching me right now. Thank you, Dan Abnormal. Thank you so much. Awesome, Jay. About the Steam Link. Dan Abnormal, it might be wise to do a backup, of course. So don't, because yeah, like upgrading from a year and a half ago, who knows? But I think it'll be safe. I think it'll be okay. Cool, Chris. Thanks for joining. Have a good one. Sorting through ROMs is taking longer than you thought. I assume you're importing. And I say that now. Yeah, sorry. Stuck at work. Hey, Ryan. Okay, so Total Games is going to be basically the thing is the problem with Total Games is we need to figure out whether games are hidden or broken and only and depend and figure out what the settings are. So it's tricky to bind Total Games because of that. So for that reason, I've got to add a method to make it happen and all that stuff. I should take a look at how I'm doing that currently, though, because I know we are doing Total Games. I just don't know. Live on the wild side. Okay, so yeah, this one is more tricky, and that's why I haven't done this yet. But if I take a look at the Big Box project, we go into the view models, and we pull up, what is it? Platform details. How is that even displayed? Nah, now I gotta check because I don't even remember. So like the platform wheel 1 filters view. Details transition selector. So what the heck do I put in there? Details view. But it's not game details view. Filter details view. That's what it is. Okay, and then in here, so we need, instead of the views, we need filter details view model. And in here, we do get details. I'm looking for total. Sure. Show filters total games. Games.count. Sure. So we just, for a list of games. I get it. Oh, but no, that's not platform though. There it is. Same diff. But then we're feeding over the list of games. I see. And the list of games is already filtered out. We're already feeding it over into that because we already had the list of games. So yeah, we got to filter the games. We got to figure out we got to show the broken or not show the broken, show the hidden or not show the hidden, and then from there. All right, so I'm gonna have to create a method for this. That's what I expected though. I'm just gonna add a private. I'm not gonna bother sorting it properly even. Private int get total games, and I'm gonna go ahead and add properties for bool show include broken and bool include hidden. And this is for a particular platform. Actually, I'm going to make this protected so that child classes can use it. And what we're going to do is, let's say var games equals root dot data manager dot games dot values dot where g dot platform is not equal to null, and g dot platform dot equals this dot name, ordinal ignore case, and include broken or not g dot broken, and include hidden or not g dot hidden. Oh, g dot hide. There it is. Okay. That's all I need really, and I can just return the count on that. And what's the problem here? I need count. I just do count instead of, yeah, okay. We don't need this dot count. There it is. And then what I can do is add a property for that as well. So the property is going to simply be public int total game count. But then what's irritating is the thing is if we bind this to the including the big box settings, then it's confusing. So I mean, I can add total game count for big box, but that sucks. I'm just gonna, oh well. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna use the big box settings. So I'm gonna say this dot get total games root dot data manager dot big box settings dot show broken games root Data manager, big box settings, show hidden games. Really, only big box uses these bindings anyways, so whatever. That'll work. That took longer than I wanted it to for the total game count, but that's been a request for quite a while, so I'm glad we got that in there. Yay! The theme is up. Sweet. Thank you, Nosh. Okay, so what else do we need? I've got to go through like all the properties in platform and game and figure out what we're missing here. It's probably not a lot we're missing, honestly, but maybe we should be done with that for now. Because it's going to take forever to figure out what we're missing. So I should probably just do it by request. And go back to Nosh's other stuff and see what else is next to add. LaunchBox has tutorials for implementation on all systems. Yep, we certainly do. Can you add sort by broken to big box? Or that would be in LaunchBox, I'm guessing. Hey, Neil. LaunchBox. Okay. So, yeah, that would be smart. I'm not sure I'm going to do that today, though. Because I want to focus on the theme stuff. But, and that's actually more work than you'd think. It shouldn't be, but it is. Any chance for the option of a non-transparent big box splash screen using a remote means that launching retro shows the big box splash overlaid onto the desktop picture, etc. UI very messy. I'm sure there are some other use cases. You can turn off the splash screen, so that's what I would suggest there. But yeah, I get you. I know what you mean. I'm not a big fan of that splash screen either. So if somebody wants to build me a better splash screen, I'm happy to switch it out for real. Yeah, you can use the startup video instead, absolutely. I'm not sure how that works though with the remote stuff. I'm not sure. Let's go back to Nosh's stuff here. The label and the value could be bound separately, and or a new view added the scrollable text block would use when looping through the metadata. I remember he answered me here. Okay, so he's basically saying that we need separate bindings for the labels, which is easy to do, but it's going to take a while. So I'm not sure I'm going to tackle that right now. Although, yeah, I agree. That only makes sense. Still, just need a way to hide the previous screen while showing loading is happening. Could work though, sure. So he was having some issue with the Coverflow image quality. Some issues there. Large Coverflow images, for some reason when I use large images in the Coverflow control, looks like they are rendered at a smaller size and then scaled up, resulting in them looking blurry or pixelated. 800 by 400 or larger. So, Notch, are you still here? Was I seeing that on the stream? I didn't notice that issue. I guess I can check it out again here. I'm not quite sure. So I don't see any issues with them being blurry or anything. Or any issues there, really. But I don't know. You took that view out. Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha. Sure. Well, I actually I still have that theme, so I could take a look at that. Platform view 3. We'll switch up to your old theme. There it is. Platform view 3. If we go well, sort of. I don't know. Is this the gist? Yeah. So basically you were... I get ya. So you're making them like full screen. That makes sense. It's probably limited, like... They probably won't go that big, is my guess. So we have to make it go bigger. I like that view though. So I hate to just get rid of it. So I can add some options to make it even bigger. Because that's gorgeous. It really is. So, right now, how are we doing this? If I go into my... really, ideally, we would have an override just for that. But I'm not quite sure how I would do that. No, I'm not done, Amber. Come on. It's my wife, everybody. That's my wife. Why does she think I'm done? She knows I stream till 12:30. I don't know what she's thinking. Can I add another platform view? I could. What do you want in the platform view, Nosh? So the thing is, I kind of want to solve this problem. I just don't know what to do to solve it. So like the Coverflow control, we could add an override for maximum image size or something. The thing is, like I don't want to change the all the images everywhere, like with a general setting, because then that's gonna like slow everything down, especially on lower end systems. If somebody's used a really big setting there, so I think maybe what we really need is on the Coverflow control. We need a property that will let you specify an override for the size. So if we go into our Coverflow control, which is under WPF controls, oh, come on. All right, I got to talk to my wife here for a second and let her know that I'm still streaming and she needs to stop talking to me. I'm still streaming. And everyone can see everything you're saying. I'm gonna mute you, okay? I'll be done at 12:30. Mute. Forgot to mute that. She knows I'm streaming though. Come on, I don't know what's going on. All right. All right. Yeah. I love you. All right. So, basically we need to add that property, and this is going to be under Coverflow, the flow control. So what I can do now is I can add a property here so that you can specify an override. Question is, what do I like? What type should I use for the property? I don't know, maximum image size, or maybe if I just do a Boolean, I still need a maximum image size. Is it possible to create a section for series and its chapters? So there is already a way to view series in Big Box. Yes. So platform wheel 5 filters view. Okay. Yeah, I can look into that. So let's see. I'm getting tired of listening to my kids scream and not being able to like scold them. Frankly. Usually I drown everything out with music over the summer, but you know, can't really do that while I'm on the stream. I'll be right back, guys, because this is unacceptable. Hold on.
Reese, Zoe, and Eva. I am screaming right now, and you're screaming. Be quiet. That's enough. No more screaming. Do you understand me? I don't care. I'm screaming, and you're embarrassing me right now. Be quiet.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, guys. So, work from home and have kids. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, Missing screaming kids. That's about it. Nice. Nice, Camel. That's awesome. Congrats. I know that, Notch. I'm not offended, man. Don't worry about it. No worries at all. Five-year-old girl and four-year-old boy. Fun times indeed. Yep. So you've got it. Well, I've got a 5-year-old. My youngest is 5 now, and my oldest is 8. You have returned. Welcome back, Chris. 100 miles a day round trip. Holy cow. Yeah. So I'm thinking like we allow override max size, and if it's and default it to 0, and if it's 0, then that would be the best thing, I think. Something you can just pause. Yeah. Will you optimize Big Box for the UP core? I should know what the UP core is, huh, Chris? I don't know what that is, man. All right, so anyways, I'm going to do a public int. And it's going to be... Oh, really, we need the dependency property first. So it's public static read-only dependency property. Max image size override. Max vertical image resolution override. Vertical image resolution override equals dependency property dot register property we need on this max vertical image resolution override type of flow control. Nope, that's the type of the actual property. Type of int, type of flow control, and then just leave that out and we're good. Okay, and then we have public max vertical image resolution override get return public int return int this dot get value flow control dot max vertical resolution override whatever property, and then set this dot set value flow control dot max vertical resolution override property value. And that's all we need, I think. The thing is now we have to use that, which is going to be buried deep, so that's going to be kind of a pain. Look up Upcore on Kickstarter. I think one of the things I requested was the ability to change the font size and everything. Yeah, and that's on my list. So maybe that might be a good thing to tackle if we have time. The DPI scaling is that's high up there. So I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe we can look at that next. I'm not quite sure what the best approach is going to be on that stuff. I'm going to need to do some research on that. So, but yeah, that's something I definitely need to tackle. Does the GPD win is a similar CPU? You could just stick it in the back of any TV like a Pi. Ah, sure, okay. I'll check that out, Chris. Sure, I mean that makes a lot of sense. If it's similar to the GPD win, especially, then yeah, no reason why not. But I think the thing is, if we've already I've already done some optimization stuff for the GPD win, so all that stuff is still going to apply, especially if it's a similar CPU. Wow, yeah. Is that really a Core X5? Like an actual Intel iCore, whatever? i5, whatever it is. I can't remember all the terminology. But yeah. So we have this property. Now we just have to use it. And wherever we set the override, probably the easiest way to figure that out would be to go into well, that's going to be in data big box settings and Coverflow image quality. So there's only 8 references to this, which means, and these are options pages stuff. So that's where the stuff is set. And then we have box game view model. So create thumbnail. Ah. Yeah, one tricky thing here. Ah, dang it. One tricky thing here is the fact that we use thumbnails for all this stuff. And so we have the image cache to deal with. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do about that, because you would have to refresh the image cache to make this effective. But we might just have to deal with that. Thumbnail game view model, and then thumbnail manager. And the data manager that sets the default value. Yeah, I don't know. That's another issue, but I guess, I mean, at least this is going to allow you to get it working after an image refresh. Question is, so box game view model is it thumbnail or box? I'm going to figure this out. I guess I should make it work everywhere, though. So this is image. Oh, goodness sakes. Daddy's getting angry. Daddy's getting a little bit angry, guys. About to spank some bottoms. Kids don't listen, and mama's not helping. It is a Friday. Yeah, it is a Friday. Anyways. So thumbnail manager.create thumbnail. This guy is really, I mean, that's what we need to override. But I'm thinking, yeah, so if we change this method to have an override. We have max height and max width. So if I add something on this, override max height. And if we use that, if it's greater than or equal to 0, whatever, then that's gonna probably solve it, I think. So that's used only there. That's used only there. But we have like several methods for create thumbnail, don't we? And this is probably referenced directly to, So int override max height. We do that. And I'm just going to feed in override max height. All this is doing is trying to get the image path and sending it on through. Then over here, thumbnail generation, this is run on a thread. And we call the various create thumbnail methods there. Question is, how do we get this stuff sent over to here? This is all static. When we call the thumbnail generation thread, I'm going to have to add information to the image info is what I'm going to have to do, I think. And I have this hard coded. That's interesting that this is hard coded. Why is that hard coded? There's the Coverflow image quality, because this isn't Coverflow, this is the wheel. Oh, is that the problem? Yeah, well, goodness sakes. Apparently it is. That has to be it. So apparently whenever we use a normal wheel, and it's not the Coverflow views, it's restricted to 206 high by 500 wide. Well, there you go, Nosh. But so I was wrong. The Coverflow image quality is not, it's not even affected there. It's not even used. Media, Jason, I need some advice for beginning developing. Can I email you? I don't want to be an inconvenience. Why don't you just PM me on the forums, Media? That's probably the best way to get in touch with me. I can give you some quick advice, sure, or you can just ask me. I'm right here for you guys, so just ask me, Media, and I'll. It's easier for me to, honestly, it's faster and easier for me to answer you on the stream. So ask me questions and I'll speak it out rather than type. That's probably the best thing to do. Hey, EA. Yeah, I was. I missed Monday and Wednesday, so that's why I'm here today. I'll be back on Monday and Wednesday next week, though. I tell you what, guys, though, I'm a little bit like gone right now. So I don't know. I might end it. I might end it a little bit early because my kids are driving me nuts. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to figure out like what to do with the kids over the summer when they're here screaming while I'm trying to stream. But anyways, so Nosh, this is ultimately the problem. I think we hard code any the platform wheels and stuff are hard coded to be 206 by 500 max. So, which makes sense for most situations, but not all. Which makes me, yeah. So we need to override this. I just need to get that value moved over. And we're probably going to have to do that via the image info, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back into our image info class. Panic room, that's what I need. Yeah, perfect. Game image type clear logo. So we need another property in here for override. Let's just do public int override max image height. Let's do a getter and a setter on that. Actually, we can just do the getter because we'll add that in here. And of course, there's a lot we got to do yet, but int override max image height and int override max image height. This dot override max image height equals override max image height. This dot override max image height equals override max image height. So now everything's going to bust, of course. But before we fix that, we can go back into here and just feed over where am I at in here? Create thumbnail. What is... We can't figure out what the right one is. Obviously that's not the right one though. Okay, that's not what I want though. Let's go to this class here first and fix this stuff. So title is actually afterwards. We're going to say item.imageinfo.override max image height. And this guy here as well. Item.imageinfo.override max image height. Coverflow image quality. Item.path max height. Oh, max width I did -1, which means there is no max width. I see. But then we can feed in max override item.imageinfo.override max image height. Okay, and then we go up here and same thing. Do we have the image info though? What is going on here? Force populate cache for game. Catch up on some comments here. Making an accessibility and the web browser element isn't full screen when I maximize window coding in Visual Basic. Hey, Retro. One word muzzles. Default client browser instead of the Visual Studio version. What are we breaking today? Hey, Keltoy. We've been working on some theming stuff. Right now we're working on a way to override the max resolution for the Coverflow images. Oh, you tried to make a plugin to make Big Box windowed. It failed epically. I would figure as much. That's pretty hard. Yeah. That has been a somewhat not really common, but I have had that request a few times lately. You made it windowed, but you couldn't lie to about the screen size or make it smaller. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, we've been working on theme stuff. I've added some properties and what all did I do? I can't even remember. I'm not sure. Lots of dual monitor people like windowed mode, sure. 3 video cards and 6 monitors. Are we on the road to 8.0 or 7.11? I'm still shooting for 7.11. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when we're gonna do the 8.0 thing. Haven't made up my mind yet. We could still make this 8.0. What do you guys think? Should we go to 8.0 or stick with 7.11? Force programs in 1920 by 1080. Yeah, that has been another thing that the theme developers would really like, is if we were able to like force things when the pull is worked through. Sure, if we were able to force it to be 16 by 9, even if you have a 16 by 10 monitor, although that has its downfalls. So 8.0 should just be like performance and bug fixes and nothing else. Half-Life 3. There you go. All right. So same diff here, except I don't have any max force populate image. Where is this called from? What is this from? Options pages. Options pages calls this. Okay, so this is the force populate. So in this case, we're not going to have anything. Everything before 8.0, maybe just pull stuff, yeah. 8.0 when pull has been worked through. Sure. That makes sense. That's what I'll do, guys. So in this case, I'm just going to set it to 0 ultimately, because it doesn't matter. I think my kids are all headed to the park now, which is good. So I'll be able to focus for the last 45 minutes here. This is 0 and This guy is actually... Oh, okay, so we just need 0 down there. Okay. So all the errors are done in this one. Now if we go back to box game view model... When we're returning the image. Oh, if this isn't using the Coverflow. So the box game view model here is just the... So yeah, and we're using Coverflow image quality, so we're not even using the Coverflow control for this, so that's to be ignored. Of course, I've probably got a bunch of errors here. Yeah, I can focus now, guys. I can focus. I know it's probably not that big of a deal to you guys, like, but it drives me nuts to hear my kids like being naughty and screaming the whole time I'm trying to work on stuff. Usually, like, I just blare music, but I can't do that while I'm streaming. Drown the screams out of the innocent with music. The screams of the innocent with music, yes. Yeah, that's not loud with this. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad it's not too loud. Yeah, it's drowned out in here too, but it's just like anytime I hear like my kids whining and fighting and screaming. I love my kids tremendously, don't get me wrong. Like, how do I not use the default? Oh, use the default browser, wasn't happy with the built-in one. Sure. How do you not use default? No, that's tricky. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that off the top of my head. An intro song for the live streams. There you go. Need to make a custom control that inherits flow control and re-implements everything but has the same interface. Not really. Well, I mean, that's one way to do it. Although you already have a way to take input. So you wouldn't need to do it exactly like that. Jeff! Mr. Baylor! What is up, man? Good to see you. For real. Jeff Baylor is an awesome friend of mine that we go all the way back to high school. And we played in jazz band together. And he now, I used to work with him as well at Perbyte before I quit and did my own thing here with LaunchBox, which was awesome. You know, Perbyte, we had so much fun together at Perbyte. But it's good to see you, Jeff. Royalty-free music. I don't follow. I can take input with a Big Box plugin, but actually changing a selected game properly like the existing flows do is what I can't figure out. Ah, okay. So changing the selected game properly like the existing flows. That makes sense. Well, talk to me, Neil. Talk to me, and we'll get that fixed. We'll get that figured out, and we'll get you everything you need to make it happen. Hey, Dark King. triangle or cowbell. You guys are like all over the place, and I've got no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm so far removed from like culture. See, that I can't follow anything. Yeah, he did. It is absolutely beautiful. That was like the beginning of the stream. Yeah. Oh, jazz band. That's what you're talking about. Sure. Neil. Yes, I get you. Now Jeff played the trumpet, and I played the saxophone, the alto sax, and we were both the best in the band for our particular instruments, right, Jeff? This is driving me nuts. I gotta get rid of that. So where are we? Like errors. We have to anytime we build a new one of these. Oh, and then all the different types are missing the. No, new image. No, okay, we're good. New image info. So when we call new cover, we've got to feed that over there as well. I like the trumpet, but I gotta say I do prefer the saxophone. Just a little. Drumline, there you go. Drumline probably wins. So what was the name of the variable? Again, actually it's override max image height. We're gonna basically feed that into here. And that's not right. It's got to go into here. Problem is, I've got to go to the root, which is the cover factory base, and override all of these to be the same way, which is a pain. Now what's the problem? I just added it. There it is. Okay. 14. We have to add this guy. What did I just do? Come on. What? No. Somehow I lost my paste. Barry sax. Oh, I love the baritone. I've played Barry sax a little too. It's fun. Camel can actually sing opera, but I don't know Italian or German, so most of the big pieces have to be memorized phonetically. Sure, well, that's awesome. Very nice. How to make a remote controlled on-air light on YouTube might help. There you go. You put it on the door out there. Nice. Playing the piano. Yeah, my parents taught me piano growing up, or they always had me in piano lessons, and I hated it so much, but I'm so glad they did. I really am. Because the piano is, well, piano and guitar are like the two instruments that I still play. You know what's funny though? Like I was, super good at sax. Like in high school, I put in, well, junior high and high school, I put in like tons and tons of time into mastering the saxophone. And I have not played the saxophone in about 10,000 years. My saxophone doesn't even work anymore because the pads all, like, I don't know, what do you call it? They all deteriorated. So I honestly, as much as I loved playing the sax, in high school and all that stuff, I wish I would have focused on an instrument like piano or guitar, because that's I'm still playing piano and guitar, and I never will stop playing piano and guitar. So, if you have kids, if you have kids and and you're not musical and you want to get them into playing an instrument, don't get them into playing saxophone. Get them into playing an instrument that they're going to play for the rest of their lives, like piano or guitar or something of that nature. Because it's like, I just wish I had put all the time I put into playing the saxophone into playing something a little bit more useful. I love the sax, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to play in a band. When I'm 33 years old, I don't want to play in a band. I want to play guitar, and I know guitar really well, and I know piano all right, but like I would have so much rather spent all that time working on something that I would still be into, like that I'm going to be into for the rest of my life, like piano or guitar, versus something stupid like saxophone. So, anyways, tangent. Well, why did that take you away from the music stuff, Camel? Guitar is hard, man. It took me like 5 years to actually be able to play most things on guitar, and I still have issues playing some things, man. For real, guitar is really hard. I've never been a lead guitarist. I can't really do much lead. Yeah, I'm with you, Camel. The Ableton Live. Your name is my name. What is the plugin called that uploads automatically game data from a ROM I have to the LaunchBox database? It's in the plugins and applications section. It's called Submit Games to the LaunchBox Games database or something like that. Gotcha, Kimmel. Did I ever do marching band? I did. Yeah, in high school, that was me. Yep, did the whole marching band thing and had a great time. It was wonderful. Although like it's not anything I'm ever gonna do again. So it's like but it was fun in high school. Really fun. All my friends were marching band kids basically. Cello, that would be awesome. Add to Games DB. Thank you, Keltoy. Prison. Prison kills everything, Jason. I believe it. I believe it. Nice. Thank you, Nosh. I got a long way to go on guitar though, man. I really do. The thing is like I can play chords till the cows come home, but I can't really play much leads. That's my biggest issue.